All right, welcome back to the BrownBoss Podcast. How you doing, man?
Good, bro. Good. How are you?
Good, dude. Good. Just chilling. You are coming off of a summer league weekend. How was it, man? Tell us about it.
Man, it was amazing, dude. It was so cool. Got to watch Cooper Flagg, Dylan Harper boys, from San Antonio. I saw Mark Cuban far away, in the lobby area, which is so cool.
Nice.
And then Wemby and them, it's pretty cool, man. I mean, it's a good atmosphere. Dude, man, I've been going to summer league for past dude, this is 11th year now, and I've been going since 2014. Dude, before, man, it wasn't big. I was able to sit so close, literally 2 rows behind court sites, man. But now, I went to the game on Saturday, which was Dallas versus San Antonio, Cooper Flagg versus Dylan Harper. Man, that thing was so crowded, dude. And I was just so shocked. And I heard the previous game when they played the Lakers on Thursday, that was sold out, and the tickets were going for outrageous price.
Really?
It's insane, man. But all in all, man, it was awesome. I love the atmosphere because it's just so cool, man. You get to see a lot of random, athletes walking around, wandering around. I saw Alvin Gentry at a freaking pizza line. You don't see that.
I haven't seen that. Heard that guy for a while.
I know. I see Baron Davis at the bar. I'm getting a drink. I'm like, yo,
Nice.
On the right is Baron Davis. It's like watching Entourage.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever seen the show Entourage, but it's kind of just being there, and there's basketball players left and right. It's casually just doing their own things. Dude, that's pretty cool, man. But I did get to see Cooper Flagg. I was kind of turned off by his performance.
Okay. What about it? Was it just his eagerness? What was it?
As the number 1 overall pick, I understand they're trying to use him in a different ways. Because obviously when he plays in the real regular season, they're probably gonna put him in the corner and have Kyrie Irving or D'Angelo or whoever Anthony Davis run the show more. I was kind of disappointed in a way where even he wasn't aggressive. He was as a number
31 points against Memphis.
He I mean, here and there he had good outing, right, for points, but he didn't show me the glimpse of what Wemby did, 2 years ago, where Wemby just showed out. You can tell this guy's gonna be a wreck when he enters the league. When he plays in the fall, he's gonna be hard. He's special, right? Cooper Flagg didn't show me any special. He showed me he's a good player. Fundamentally sound proper. He plays the game the right way. But as a number 1 overall pick, I was expecting no one can stay in front of him kind of thing, no one can keep up with him, I mean, there were some plays here and there that's great. You just said he scored 31 points. The game I went to, he scored I think about 20 points or so, which is great. He put up good points. But there's too many times in the possession where he didn't even have the ball. He was just standing in the corner, He was the reason why he scored most of the points is because he was in the corner. They ended up getting the ball last second, and he's a good shooter, So I was kind of surprised by it. Dylan Harper, good luck to him, because San Antonio is loaded with guards, man. They're loaded with De'Aaron Fox, the rookie of the year this year. I forgot his name. He's there too. I think that both of them are much better than Dylan Harper, to be honest with you. Dylan Harper, man, I don't know, man. They didn't show me any flashes. I was more disappointed in Dylan Harper than freaking Cooper Flagg, man.
How much do you expect out of the summer league, though?
I mean,
you don't expect him to go out there and put 30 or triple double or something. I mean, he averaged more points and assists than Wemby in his summer league.
Wemby showed flashes. It's not about points, like I said. It's not about stats. Wemby showed the flashes of being good, That's what I was looking for.
It's kind of what I always tell you and our other buddy. You guys always rate summer league performances oh my god, the Lakers were 4-0, we're gonna be the best, or I'm okay, summer league doesn't mean anything. I mean, they had Bronny highlights again, for God's sake.
But if you're Tapis,
or Bronny holding down Cooper Flagg. Since when is Bronny ever going to do that to Cooper Flagg in real life?
You tell me this. That I'm glad you brought up that point. You saw the game on Thursday, right?
Yeah.
If you're a number 1 overall pick, How are you gonna let a number 55th pick, second-year player check you?
It's the same thing as when Patrick Beverly locked up, Luca or something. Like,
No,
come on,
but
man. You just know the stratosphere is not the same.
I know, man. But I thought that like going into I was high. I'm still high on Cooper Flagg. But I'm just saying, like, I just think I feel bad for the guy, man. Dallas is loaded, and there's gonna be a lot of standing around for him, and there's not gonna be plays ran for him in the first or second option. He'll be more of a third option. I feel bad for the fact that he's getting drafted by Dallas. Same thing with Dylan Harper. Like, the worst thing that can happen to Dylan Harper is going to San Antonio because they're just loaded with guards. Like I just saw that someone say that Dylan Harper is going to come off the bench. Number 2 overall pick is going to come off the bench, man. That's just,
in a good team
tough.
you would, right?
San Antonio is a mediocre team, right? With Wemby being the main star and De'Aaron Fox being there, right? I mean, they're good, right? I mean, but like, still, you're number 2 overall pick. I mean, you should make De'Aaron Fox make it worth it for his money. You know, I mean, like, you should be that good. You know what I'm saying? I've seen players like I've been to summer league where with Jabari Parker tore it up. You know, like, he was good. You can tell he was a number 2 overall pick. I've been there where Zion was there. Zion, dude, like, he didn't put up the stat number. Like, Zion didn't really go crazy, but he showed that dominance. Like dunking and doing what he could do. Like, damn, this guy's gonna be fucking good. So that's what I was expecting from them. Like, it's not about the points. I don't care about the points, rebounds, or assists. I care more about the flashes of, like, all right, man, this guy is deservedly, like, gonna be a superstar, like, budding, because everyone compared Cooper Flagg to be a superstar in this league, not just a role player, right? Like a 3 and D player, or like a 3-point shooter. I'm not expecting Cooper Flagg to turn into Kyle Korver. That'd be the worst thing for him right now.
Yeah.
So
would you put Cooper Flagg as far as, like, what you expect their careers to be like, to similar to Wemby? Like, you said Wemby could be like a top 5, top 10 player all time. Would you actually consider Cooper Flagg to be that kind of a player, like a generational talent, or just a superstar, like a Paul George or a?
Yeah, he'll be more.
Like, I thought there's, like, the level, right? So yeah, Wemby, who is probably gonna be like one of the greats. Hopefully, if he can stay healthy, he probably should be. And then you have, like, Cooper Flagg, who will be a star, superstar, all-star every single time, but nothing like greatest of all time or a top 20 player. I don't see that potential out of him. So, like, comparing those two as far as flashes could be a little unfair, because you're expecting him to have, like, a legendary type of performance that because even Zion, people thought Zion would be a legendary player. He just
never stayed healthy.
Yeah, exactly. But, I mean, he has a talent, but he just doesn't have the discipline to be that talented. Whereas Wemby, if he can stay healthy, he could be at that point. I don't think Cooper Flagg is in that category at all.
Honestly,
right? He'll be a solid player. He'll be a superstar,
like all-star, like all-star,
like all-star. Yeah, exactly. But not like a GOAT or a top 10 of anything.
The thing is this, right? He's a number 1 overall pick. He needs the ball in his hand, man. You got to give him the rock. And like that's what I'm trying to say. He went to the wrong team. The wrong team got the number 1 overall pick. That team is loaded. That team is really winning the championship now, right? I mean, when Kyrie comes back, when December or January, he's gonna have the ball majority of the time. If not him, the play's gonna be ran for AD. You know that too, right? And the Cooper Flagg will be the third option in that case, which is horrible because you want to see what you have in him, and he's really young. He's 18. And so for him to have that, growing pain, you want to give him the rock and let him do the magic, Like, honestly, you're going to laugh at me. I really thought Cooper Flagg, the way he's built and the way, he plays, I don't want to say he kind of reminded me of this guy, but he kind of reminded me of Larry Bird. And I'm not saying he was going to be a Larry Bird, but the way he's built, Larry Bird was like a 6'7", 6'8", like freaking small forward or shooting guard, what he was,
right.
Like, a white boy can, like, do everything, That's what I thought Cooper Flagg was going to be like. Remember how people said, oh, LeBron's like a Magic? I thought, like, Cooper Flagg is this year's generation of Larry Bird, coming. Like,
come on. That's what I thought. But you can't say that about Cooper Flagg after 2 summer league games.
No. I'm not. I'm just forecasting the fact that he went to the wrong team. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
He's not gonna get that. He's not gonna. They're not gonna see the potential. You know what I'm saying? That you will see, like, when, like, for example, Wemby got the keys delivered to him. This is your franchise. Here's the ball. Like every time they had in the offense, the ball ran through Wemby. Like, first year. They didn't bring Wemby off the bench. They didn't put Wemby in the corner. They're like every play going through Wemby, right? I don't see Dallas saying that every play we're going to Cooper Flagg.
Yeah, because they're not a bad team.
The thing, man, I feel bad, man. It sucks.
I mean, so I guess as a player, would you want to? It's kind of like OKC, kind of, right? OKC were like a bunch of young players, and they weren't bad, but you can build around it. And then, like I would expect, let's say you take Chet Holmgren out of OKC, you put him in the Wizards. I would expect him to drop 30 and 10 every night, right? He would, but he's not. He's dropping 15 and 8.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. But he's still winning games. He's still winning championships. He's still considered a very good player, all-star. If you were a player, would you, as a Cooper Flagg, would you be okay with that? Would you want to be in a shitty team and then just score a bunch of points, but then just don't have a career?
I mean,
would you want to be like a Gilbert Arenas kind of thing?
Like that. I mean, you can still have a career, right? I mean, there's been players that, like, for example, are shy, right? Like OKC was high on him, right? So they got him at a young age, like 19, right? They traded for him. And no one knew Shai was going to be a superstar. They just thought there was a potential of Shai to be Shai Alexander, right? And so Shai turned into a superstar, right? Like, like all they did was, here's the ball, Shai. And what I'm trying to say is that here's the ball. You do what you got to do. It took him 4 good years to become what Shai Alexander is currently right now, right? So what I'm trying to say is that I just feel bad. I mean, as a number 1 overall pick, the hype that was so much behind him right now, I just feel bad that he's not going to get that opportunity. Because I'm not saying Cooper Flagg. I mean, I'm not saying go out and, go to Wizards and put up like 30 points. It's not about putting up the stats. It's about like polishing your game and becoming better every year, right? Like, just
so wouldn't you want to? Wouldn't you want to go to a good franchise where there's not a lot of pressure on you to develop quickly, to like show flashes right away? Because I don't think the Mavericks think that Kyrie's a long-term thing, right? Obviously, he probably can retire a year or two. So this is a way for them to like develop him up over the next couple of years. Maybe he may not be Rookie of the Year, but maybe they develop him up and then be like, Cooper Flagg, you learn from Kyrie. AD will probably retire because he's probably going to be injured a million times. Here you go. Here are the Mavs on your hand. Kind of like how they did with Luka and Dirk Nowitzki. Dirk Nowitzki was still there, but then they were developing Luka at the same time. Dirk was the best player, even though we knew Luka should be the better player.
But Luka ran that show right away, though.
Yeah, I know.
They gave him the ball.
Obviously, as a point guard, he did. Right, he had to. But at the same time, you can see the development happening. Luka wasn't Luka the first year.
Yeah,
it took him a year or two. But
that's what I'm trying to say, though. That's what I'm trying to say. See, his growth process is gonna be so delayed because of that. Because you just answered my thing. What I'm trying to preach, that Luka had that failure. Like you fail a lot. Like being like, here's a rock. Go do your shit. First year he made so many mistakes. Second year he improved. Third year he improved. Luka is what Luka is because he got that opportunity to fall, right? What I'm trying to say is that this Dallas version team is not gonna give Cooper Flagg that opportunity because they have too many weapons. They have too many good players. They're not gonna be like, here, Cooper, have the ball, and even though we have a good team, you running the show. You're the number 1 overall pick. He's not gonna get that. He's gonna be so delayed in his growth process. I like Cooper Flagg. I'm a fan of him. I just want him to like kind of just reach his potential because this guy, shown flashes to become good. That this is the same guy that gave Team USA in the practice a fit. Who shot 3 over 80, didn't give a shit about, right? So if I'm Jason Kidd, so let's look at the price. If I'm Jason Kidd, I know they signed D'Angelo Russell for the veteran minimum, which is $5 million. If I'm Jason Kidd, my point guard, I know you're gonna laugh at me as hell right now. My point guard is Cooper Flagg going in. Like it or not. Because the thing is, how Cooper Flagg, with the ball with 80 and get comfortable, get ready. Because when Kyrie comes back, you're gonna be also not like a facilitator, but also a playmaker as well too. So get ready and then like just kind of go through your ups and downs.
I don't know if that works because I don't even think Kyrie is in that stage in his career where he is the old Kyrie where he needs the ball. Like when him and Luka was working,
exactly.
Like it was Kyrie would pretty much dominate the fourth quarter, but not do anything the first 3 quarters.
Exactly.
And you go there put 20. I think that could still work with them. Like they could probably still put Cooper Flagg and say, hey, like go out there, score your points. 80's over there as well. Be a good shooter, develop, and then Kyrie can come in and turn it on at the end of the game. They can still do the same thing. I just think for his career is better to be in a situation like this versus if you're someone like LaMelo Ball is never ever going to touch a playoff game unless if he gets out of the Hornets. They're not going anywhere, right? Good, amazing potential going to be wasted potentially, right? Same thing with Zion and like a lot of these players like who could have been something.
Right.
Bradley Beal had to leave Washington Wizards to get into somewhere even close. I mean, obviously now he's moving to Clipper, but like I just think there's a lot of potential that's being wasted in these shitty teams.
Look, I agree with you. Players usually leave once they polish their game, right, with this shitty team. Like I think LaMelo, will be traded soon within a year or two. I think he'll be gone somewhere. But I'm saying when Ward gets Melo, that team is gonna go higher because his game is so polished now. LaMelo knows what he's doing because he did that already. He already made those mistakes early in his rookie year, second year, whatever, right? Like perfect example, Paul Gasol, right? Paul Gasol was in a shitty team, shitty environment, but he polished his game. Paul Gasol was in Memphis as a young player, as a rookie of the year, and having that rock. When he came to the Lakers, he was able to be that Paul Gasol, that all-star. That's what I'm trying to get at. I mean, look, it can still happen with Cooper Flagg, but I'm just like, God damn, I would have loved him. I would have loved to see Cooper Flagg in a team that says here, this is all we have, and you're everything. Here you go. Like majority what they did with KD in Seattle, what they did with Shai in OKC, what they did with Luka in Dallas. Like that type of way. Here's like Magic. Here you go. I hope Cooper Flagg becomes like a Magic Johnson where the team was already good. And he was a rookie of the year, number one overall pick. Hopefully that happens to him and not end up like, I'm not saying I'm not comparing him, but I hope it doesn't end up like a Darko Milicic, a team that won a championship and they drafted number 2 overall.
Yeah,
and because he never saw light and day of it, right? Because the team was so good and so pressured, right? That's the thing. So I just hope that they give him that good opportunity.
Yeah. No, I think he'd be all right. Again, if I was a player, I would want to be in Cooper Flagg's situation, not in the other player's situation. Just because then you waste, like LaMelo waste 4 or 5 years of your prime not winning games, just scoring a bunch of points, and then you move to somewhere else where you will be a second best player, right? That's what will happen, and I don't want that for him. I want him to be able to be like a Giannis, where you just kind of grow into the team and they build around you. So that's probably the best bet for him. Same thing with Wemby. Wemby went to a good situation. San Antonio Spurs were not the crappiest team in the league when he got there, but they were able to add and they got ready for him. I mean, we'll see what happened. But did anyone else stand out to you over there? Besides, obviously, Cooper Flag.
Player, man. Hassan Chang, I think his name is. But the center they dropped.
That Asian guy, right?
Yeah, the Joker, Jokic.
Yeah, the Asian Joker. That's he looks good, dude. I saw his highlights. He's got some nasty passes. Yeah, he has some court vision, dude.
I don't know. I don't know what Portland's gonna do with those centers, man. Because they have 3 centers. They have Robert Williams, the guy they drafted last year, 5th overall, I think Kleiningen or something from I think UConn, and now they drafted number 18th pick. The Chinese Joker.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they're gonna do with this big freaking roster, but he
looks
good
to me. Of him. He looks good.
Another guy that's impressing me, man. Maybe he's just a late bloomer, or maybe he's just shitting on the summer league players. Or 3rd overall pick or second overall pick by the Wizards. He's tearing it up from last year, man. He's doing really well, man. I mean, I was so shocked, dude. I was like, God damn, dude.
Yeah. Let's see. Wizards second player from last year.
I'm missing his name right now.
Sar?
Yeah.
No, it's Alex Sar.
Sar, yeah, Alex Sar.
Yeah.
He's putting up monster rebounding and blocks and shit. I'm like, damn, man, okay. Getting comfortable, He's a 2nd-year player, so that's good, all in all, man, I mean, not crazy, but let's see how it goes.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I mean, I think you like you said, summer league is getting way more hype now. I
Yeah,
think because it is in Vegas, so all the players are down to go out there and hang out and obviously
exactly,
like have a good time, especially the veterans.
exactly.
And it is cool to see. And I mean, obviously, this year's draft was really hype because of Cooper Flag, so it was probably way more packed than usual. But yeah, I know you're always out there. You love going to these things.
I love that,
It's
man.
awesome, man.
It's like
As long
NBA
as you had no
court.
fights with anybody, you're good.
Oh yeah, like the Wemby one, man. That's crazy.
Like the Wemby fight.
You know, what's a funny story this year? So some kid, I saw Wemby in the lobby area. I'm not gonna approach him. You know, I already saw him once. Some other kid later on told us, "Oh, we saw Wemby too," and they're like, but he has a lot of securities around him." And my wife was like, "Yeah, because of my freaking husband, what he did to him."
You and Britney Spears, man. Both of you guys ruined it.
Dude,
Poor
tell
guy's
us
like
about that,
traumatized now.
bro. Seriously, man. Oh gosh,
All
but no,
right,
it
let's
was
get
great, man.
into
It was great.
some NBA news now. So we had the first major signing. I guess honestly, you and I kind of called it last week. We talked about this Bradley Beal being
Yeah,
bought out, going somewhere. I know you and I have talked about like who it should be, Clippers or Lakers, and I think we both agreed it should be the Clippers if he was
yeah,
smart. You wanted him in the Lakers because it would be awesome for him to be a Laker, and obviously it would be a good supporting cast for Luka. But we both knew that the Clippers would be the better choice because he fits so perfect with that system. So now we have it today officially. He will join the Clippers at a minimum of or two-year, $11 million, and he did lose $13 million of his contract to get the buyout. Your thoughts, man? Bradley Beal, Clippers. This team is pretty loaded, but again, like with any Clipper team, they always look good on paper, but they never show up in the playoffs. What are your thoughts, man?
Look, that's a good signing. I just feel that Beal is not Beal anymore. Even if he went to the Lakers,
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
he's a good spot up shooter. I mean, he still shot like 35% from the field and like close to 40% from three. So it's just the fact that he scored in Phoenix, but he didn't play the way that Beal is supposed to play, right? Look, it's a great signing by Clippers, right? They're loaded in every position, right? And I mean, this obviously elevates them, but again, it all comes down to Kawhi be healthy and will James Harden actually show up in the playoffs? And it doesn't matter how deep this team is or how good, because look, Clippers team for the past 10 years been deep. They had a deep ass roster. It hasn't gone anywhere, man. And so it's gonna just come down to Kawhi's health. He actually stayed healthy during the playoffs this year, so that's why they kind of made it far. And then at the same time, James Harden, didn't play particularly well towards the end of the playoffs. So, and let's see how Bradley Beal plays. But like I said, man, if Bradley Beal can't play with Booker and Durant, what makes you think he'll play good with Harden
It's
and Cole?
it's a different role for him now, right? He could
Hopefully,
just be like a Kevin Durant now. He could just be a pure scorer or like a spot 3-pointer. Really, that's all he really needs to do.
that's
They
what he wants
have
to do. Yeah,
pretty decent, yeah. That's what they need from him. But it's kind of what Wendy always says. Brian Windhorst always says is that Clippers are the off-season champions. Like on paper, everyone's like, "Oh my God, Clippers are contenders! Like they're so good." And then they always don't show up in the playoffs, and especially with how Kawhi is, he's missing half the season. He comes on in the first round of the playoffs, he plays great. Everyone's like, "Oh my God, Clippers are gonna win it all." Then he just disappears and he gets injured, whatever happens, right? It's the same story, and I think I agree with you. Like I think Bradley Beal is great, looks great on paper. Brook Lopez, another great signing by them. They're a very deep team, but the biggest X factor here is Kawhi's health. If they don't have Kawhi, none of this matters.
exactly.
Because James Harden is not going to show up for you in the playoffs. That's it. That's Bradley Beal will probably give you 15 points. Who's going to be out there doing anything? They just give away Norman Powell, who is a potent scorer up there, like a Jamal Crawford. They gave him up much, right? Yeah, if Kawhi stays healthy, this team is legit. But that is the biggest if we've said the last like 6 years. So we don't know what's going to happen with this.
I mean, he has to stay healthy starting from April, man. And he's never there. I mean, let's see how Clippers do, man. They come close and it just doesn't work out for them, man. But I mean,
surprisingly, even with all that, the odds of them winning championship is still not better. The Lakers are actually still ahead.
You know what's funny though? So it was like I think it was like minus 2,000 for Clippers win the championship, and after they got Beal, it was still minus 2,000. So
Yeah.
even Vegas thinks like
They're
this
like,
is
okay,
there's no value added. It just stays the
right,
same. It's like a
right.
replacement. So it's like it shows like Bradley Beal's game's not there anymore. So but it's still a good signing. They got him. Let's how they do. I mean, the only good thing for Clippers, man, that they have going for them is that they have Teron Lue. He's a good coach.
Yeah.
Really good coach. And he
So what
knows how to
happened
create.
with Phoenix now? So they are out of the second apron and the first apron. They're in the luxury tax area, right? So what do you do if you were Phoenix? Would you just say, let's rebuild? I mean, they just signed Booker to what, 2 years, right?
Who
So
Booker? Yeah. 2 years,
yeah, Booker, right?
145.
Yeah,
2 years,
145. Yeah.
145.
So what do you think they do? Like they just kind of
I do
rebuild?
feel that just like the Lakers, they're gonna have crazy cap in 27, right? And I think people are going crazy at it because currently the main free agents is going to be, as of right now, is going to be Luka.
Hmm.
I don't think he will be. Hopefully, he's back with the Lakers soon, so we don't have to worry about that. But besides him, it's going to be Joker and Giannis. Big fish. And I do feel that, I don't know why, man, but players end up going to Phoenix for some reason. If you look at the past history, like if you look at like Charles Barkley went to Phoenix, Shaq ended up going to Phoenix.
Not in their prime. I mean, Barkley was in his prime.
Shaq wasn't in his prime, but Charles was. Charles was kind of like in his prime. Went to Phoenix, and then like you saw KD, in his prime going to Phoenix. Like these end up getting players that you don't expect. Like what the hell, and so they're always in the game, right? So they're gonna have big cap space. They're gonna compete, and then when that free agency comes in 2027, they might be because Booker is still Booker. They can sell him on that, right? They can sell any players that, hey, look, you can play with Booker, right? So let's see how it goes, man. I think that's what they're doing. They're below, and then by 2027 they'll be way below luxury. So
I mean, the two players you named, I don't see Giannis or Jokic wanting to go there. I feel like if Jokic is gonna leave, he probably would want to go play with Luka. They're good friends, and I think they want to play with him. Otherwise, he might just be like, I'm just gonna say Nuggets, whatever, right? Giannis would probably be the most likely of the two, but even then, I don't see how that would be unless if they are promising some kind of other like star to join Booker, and then Giannis comes in and making a trio, but hopefully better this time than what they had. Because I never honestly was sold on Bradley Beal as being the third star. Like I understood KD, I understood Booker. They should have kept Chris Paul and DeAndre Ayton. Like they didn't need to make all those changes, and they should have just kept them and then just not give Bradley Beal. I think that was a really bad sign on their part. That's what really ruined that team with Bradley Beal.
That's what happens when you make the stars become the GM. Lakers are the same shit. Lakers did the same shit. They were about to get Buddy Hills and what's another player? They were about to get him from Sacramento, and LeBron nixed it by getting Westbrook, right? That's when what happens when you let the players influence your decision, right?
Yeah.
I agree with you. Chris Paul and Ayton would have been a better
100%.
Play better with them than Bradley Beal would, So but again, the name, right? Like when Lakers got Westbrook, we got Westbrook, right? But again, it doesn't really work out. So I do agree with you, man. I don't know why they blew that team up. That went to the finals, right? So like that.
Yeah, exactly. They're not that far removed from the final. That's the crazy part. All right, and then I know the topic you have on our thing is around LeBron's drama. So I'll give you the floor. What are your? I think you have a rant for LeBron because caveat, guys, context wise, Bill is the biggest LeBron fan I know. And that's the one thing that him and I will always argue about because he thinks he's a GOAT, and I think Michael Jordan's a GOAT. We're like Skip and Shannon in that aspect. Always arguing about that. But I know Keneal bleeds purple and gold, so he will always pick the Lakers over any other player in history. So I give you the floor. What is your LeBron drama rant?
Look, man, this LeBron shit is so pissing me off right now. It's a distraction that you don't need, okay? Luka is not a washed-up player, man. Luka is an all-time player. Number 3 overall, probably, if you look at it right now in the NBA. Why is LeBron bitching? Like, I don't get it. Like, this team went, don't quote me on it, but like, once they got Luka, they went like 26-12 or something, or 28-12. Like, and that was with no training camp. You know, like, what are you bitching about? Like, where the hell are you trying to go? Like, I mean, look, I believe in Rob. Rob has done a great job. You know, I mean, he's trying his best. I mean, there's Lakers tax. People don't understand. People hate making deals with Lakers. I mean, Danny Ainge wasn't giving us Clarkson for a fucking second round pick. He was asking for first round picks. Same thing with Collins during the draft. You know, John Collins to the Laker rumor. Oh yeah, Danny Ainge wants first round pick. Who do you trade John Collins for? Second round picks. There's Laker tax. Hard to make deals. It's two to tango. So. So there's all these reports coming out that LeBron's unhappy, frustrated. Like Dave McMenamin, ESPN reporter, you know, the game that I attended during Summer League on Saturday, LeBron actually showed up. Crowd went crazy, right? To watch Bronny play. Dave asked LeBron, "Hey, do you want to come on and clear, you know, anything you want to clear up?" And he told Dave, you know, that he knows really well that there's nothing to clear up. Then if there's nothing to clear up, why the fuck are you bitching, dude? Why the hell are you even like wanting out? Like what's wrong with you? Like, I mean, first of all, ESPN, I hate sometimes. That's why I don't really, you know, listen to Brian Windhorst or Ramona Shelburne. It's so funny because they're very plugged in, right? There's a report that came out on last Wednesday, right? Saying that the reason for LeBron to be so pissed at the Lakers is because Luka was aware of the Lakers sale and Lakers did not run that through LeBron. How they're going to do LeBron dirty? LeBron's the reason that saved the Lakers back in 2018. Dude, people just jump. They want clickbait. You know, who wants to take the story out? Then, I don't know if you noticed.
Yeah,
on,
I did it.
On Sunday, ESPN had re-released the narrative, an article, saying that Luka was informed of the sale, and Lakers reached out to LeBron's representative of the sale too. So both of them were informed. You know, so he did know. And like people like jumped this whole weekend, people were like, "Oh, this is why people don't want to pay for Lakers, because Lakers is a bad organization. Lakers doesn't treat their stars right." No, dude. We're the ones that gave Kobe 2 years, $50 million after his Achilles torn. You know, so no, don't say we don't treat our stars right. And we drafted Bronny, number 55th pick, and paying him like 4 years and like what, 18 million? Whatever the case we're paying him. So like this no-show of Lakers being bad, no, man, come on. And the thing is this, right? LeBron had a player option, not a team option. Lakers did not pick up LeBron's option. LeBron James
signed it.
Picked up his own option of $55 million. Now tell me this. Didn't 5 years ago or 4 years ago LeBron came out and say he's a billionaire, which he is a billionaire because he has so much going for him. He has wealth, like freaking generational wealth, where like it'll be like only way they'll run out
grandkids.
The only way they'll run out of money is like freaking has to be like 20 generations down. Like that's how much wealth this guy has. So 50 million is pennies on dollar for him, man. That's or whatever you want to call it, millions on that. But LeBron, if he was that fed up with Lakers and doesn't want to play for them, why are you picking up your option? I understand, because I hate this no show of no other teams have salary cap, so obviously they're not going to pay LeBron $55 million. Yes, I agree. No other teams had it. Only one team that had it, I think, it was Chicago Bulls who had salary cap. That's it. No other teams had cap room. So my question is this: why money even matters? If you think you want to win a championship for, you know, right now, you only have a year or two left, why not pick up your option? Every single team had a $5 million veterans mid-level available. Every goddamn team. And he could have went to any team he wanted. He could have went to Milwaukee, play with Giannis. Could have went to Golden State, would play Steph Curry. Could have went with Cleveland to play with those boys. Could have went to Dallas to play with his buddy Anthony Davis. You know, could have went anywhere he wanted to fucking go for $5 million. Don't tell me you're gonna cry about $45 million that you're gonna lose because you really want to win a championship. Prior to saying that he wants to win a championship, 2 weeks prior to his stupid ass podcast that he had, telling Steve Nash that I don't know why players are judged by a championship.
Prior
to that,
I'm glad you brought that up.
And then you want to come out and say that, oh, I want to win a championship. Then why the hell are you saying that championship doesn't matter and now you want to win a championship? Like, dude, make up your mind. Like, let's not play with both, you know, choose one. Either you win a championship or either you don't care for a fucking championship. Because to be honest with you, this shit gets so annoying because the thing is, they don't go on a goddamn rant saying that, oh, I don't know why players are, you know, needs to win a championship, you know. Man, get out of here. Like, I just feel that if LeBron did not want to be a Laker, which is fine. I'm really appreciative of what LeBron did. I am fucking appreciative because every free agent from 2012 till 2017 or 18 said no to us. And LeBron was the only person that was like, hey, you know what? I am 34 years old. I'm trying to get Lakers back on track. I will come to LA and, we'll get something done. And he did, I'm appreciative. He took that deal and, we got him. And, he did help the Lakers organization get back on track. I'm always going to be grateful to LeBron. I'm a LeBron fan and still a fan. But again, I hate the notion that LeBron wants out. If you want out, please, why pick up your option?
I know.
Just leave. Like, no one's going to stop you. And so that's my rant, man.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Like, I don't understand the logic behind picking up your option. If you really wanted to win a championship, you could go play because he also has a no trade clause. So like now you're not only handcuffing the Lakers with your salary, you're also handcuffing them even more with where you go. Teams that you may want to go, like let's say the Warriors, they're not gonna be like, yeah, sure, we'll give you Kuminga and a million other players. They're like, no, we can't afford that for a 1 or 2 year player.
Right.
Like, why not just don't take the thing and just say, thank you so much, Lakers. Luka, this is your team as it is, and I'm going away now. I'm going to go somewhere else and try to win a championship. That is A-okay. I think no Laker fan would have been like, cool, we appreciate you. Thank you so much for bringing us to one championship. That was awesome. Have a great life. Like that would have been fine. But now again, you are holding this team hostage again. And I don't know if he's bitter because it is Luka's team now. I mean, he should be mature enough to know that it is Luka's team. Like, he's a 41-year-old guy versus a 26-year-old Luka. Like, who is, like you said, third best player in the world. He should be the number one option, and who the team builds around. So then, why is Rich Paul going out there and be like, oh, they're building on Luka? Why? Like, well, no shit, Sherlock. We have to build on Luka. That is our future. And we want to keep this superstar player because we don't know if we'll get an opportunity like this. So that's and I mentioned this when we got Luka. I just don't want LeBron to screw this up, and I feel like he will screw up this season for Luka with his drama. Like, just go. I mean, I wish we could find a way to trade his ass, but I don't think we are. He will probably stuck with him. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why he signed it, dude. It's so hypocritical of him to first sign it, then turn around and be like, I want to win a championship. Lakers, you guys suck. You can't do it. Like, then why'd you come here? Like, it's like you want to wash your dry, but you end up at freaking TJ Maxx. What are you doing? Why are you here? This is not the spot for you because we're not championship ready yet. Go somewhere else. We need another year or two to really rebuild this roster, and then we'll be contenders. And you're not waiting around for 2 more years, then just go somewhere else. I don't get it. Like, it's really frustrating to me. This is what he does with every organization. This is how Miami Heat got fed up. And Pat Riley was much more strict. He's just like, I'm not doing that shit here. You just get the hell out. We don't need you.
Exactly.
And Cleveland kind of put up with it. And then he obviously liked the Lakers because Genie Bus gave him a lot more control than he needed. Exactly. And I think now that the control is gone, especially with the Luka trade, he feels like he needs to be validated somehow. So this is his way of grabbing power again to the franchise some way.
And and then Rich Paul came out with a quote like the other day, right, saying that the media should enjoy I don't know what he said, but something about not picking on LeBron, but like LeBron's not going to be there anymore, after a couple of years. So good luck finding your new guy to go after, right? I'm just like, dude, what are you saying? Media is not the one doing that. Right. LeBron is the one who's exactly aggravating it.
Yes.
He's doing that. He's initiating all this. He's the instigator. LeBron is the one who's instigating everything, That's why media is coming back at him saying, okay, this is what's happening, right?
Yeah.
LeBron on Saturday told David McMenamin, yeah, I will come on. Let me know when. He would have been there, during telecast. They would have asked him straight up, do you want to be a Laker? Yeah, of course. Mm-hmm. Honestly, if LeBron hated that media's after, he could have squashed all this with one tweet, saying that I'm purple and gold. Yeah. I'm purple and gold. I don't know where the hell everything's coming from. Laker Nation, we're ready to bounce to next year. Let's go, And the thing is this. I know Tapas. I hold a lot of weight on what happened last year, but yeah, I understand. 3 to third seed till 8 seed was decided by one game, or half a game. But again, even that one game or half a game, we still made that third place standings, and in the West with a second best record head to head after OKC, which says a lot. We still beat teams during the season that we're supposed to beat, the playoff teams in the West, and West was incredible, and that was without a fucking center. And DeAndre Ayton, not a scrub. He will play if he's motivated. So that was without a center, and we still got third seed, and we were number 2 beyond OKC and head to head against Western Conference, which is a tough Western Conference. So that's why I hold so much weight that I don't know what LeBron's talking about, because this team is still good. I mean, you still have bulk of your same players. That's the part that's pissing me off.
Yeah, it's not like we were the Phoenix Suns where we missed the playoffs and it was a disappointment year. This is like we were still third seed, despite all of the stuff, despite not having a full team, despite having Luka for half of the year. Like we were
not
still
even half, less than a half. We got him at the deadline. We're 30 games left.
Yeah, deadline,
that's it.
Exactly. And we made a big push towards the end. I mean, the only other team that had a better record than us was the Warriors with Jimmy Butler post trade deadline.
Right.
But besides that, like it was us. So that was a huge spark. I mean, the season was going to be a shit show anyways last year if we didn't get Luka. With AD and LeBron, we weren't doing anything, right? We were middle of the pack, and then Luka comes in and we jumped to third place. So like, again, I don't know where his mind is at. He's probably again just he's looking for control, and then he wants to control the narrative around his own career and where he wants to go, and so that's why he's always been kind of like. He's not. I want to say he's like Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is what I don't consider him to be like a good person who is very selfish about his own life. I don't think LeBron's like that. LeBron is a very good person. But I think he's the same way in Aaron Rodgers, where he wants to control the narrative. He's always so like suspicious about like what people are saying about him, and he's always trying to talking in some code and all that kind of stuff. That's why all these headlines come from. That's why Windy comes out with some crazy ass article, like very hyperbolic, because LeBron is allowing that kind of stuff versus someone who is just straight up be like, no, we're not doing this. I don't see any of the superstar in the league. Jokic, Luka, nobody is cryptic like him. It's just LeBron. That's why he gets all the headlines. That's why media loves him, to not only build him up but also tear him down, because he's always so cryptic. And I think in a way LeBron probably wants that too.
He wants to be talked about, bro. And like the thing is this, even when that report came out last week about Lakers not letting him know about the sales, and that was wrong, which came out like 5 days later that it was wrong. LeBron could have like squashed that right away.
Like, pull up the article, wrong. I knew right away. But no, never
cap,
said anything.
All the way. Just write a cap. Put a fucking cap on, bro. Like that's all you have to do, man. Nothing else, man. So but man. That's my LeBron rap, man. I'm just like, dude, come on, dude. Let's move on. And then Wendy yesterday comes out with the fact that, Lakers are scared that if Luka doesn't start and sign an extension, that there's going to be teams lining up for him. Of course, every team's going to line up for him if Luka doesn't sign an extension. He's putting that narrative out there, that Luka might not sign an extension, Okay, look, Luka's playing in his national country, the country that he's playing for right now, and it starts. They're practicing right now, and then the preseason's gonna start. During end of July, beginning of August, and everything's gonna start kick off in mid-August. I mean, Luka's extension, we can sign it August 2nd. He's gonna be busy playing for his national team. I mean, he's not gonna go right away sign that extension. Watch, August 2nd is gonna come. Nowhere to be heard about Luka, and everyone's gonna be like, "See, Luka doesn't want to resign with the Lakers." Luka that's gonna be the word. I can't wait. After August 2nd, that's going to be the narrative. Luka does not want to sign with the Lakers. That's why he hasn't signed yet. I'm just like, dude, come on, man. No one makes a big deal that Jokic never signed an extension.
Yeah, I know.
No one.
Yeah, he actually said no. I mean, I saw a couple of headlines about it, but nothing in depth, or like not a whole segment. It was just like, oh, he didn't sign. Okay, cool. Next story. That was it.
Nothing. No pressure on Denver. It's okay.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know, man. We'll see, but. Yeah, I agree with you. I feel like you're finally getting to where I've been at with LeBron all these years. That's why I never, again, consider him a true Laker. I was never a big fan of his because of the antics like these that he to control the franchise. Wherever he goes and he leaves that place, they're in a shit show afterwards. So luckily, the Lakers have something to build after he leaves.
Exactly.
Look how long it took Cleveland to rebuild after he left. Look how long it took
a while, man.
The Heat after he left. Like it was just, after he leaves the franchise in a really bad place. So hopefully the Lakers are not in the same category.
Exactly. I agree with you, man.
All right, the last topic. I know you. I didn't see it, but the MLB All-Star game was on, right?
It's crazy, man. Out of all the All-Star events, like between the NBA, MLB, and football, no one cares about football. It's during the Super Bowl time.
Yeah,
And now no one cares about the NBA All-Star. And no one gives a shit about that either. MLB All-Star is actually still fun, man. Watching Home Run Derby, watching them slug the ball away, that's fun, dude, Like, All-Star game was a lot of fun to watch, man, because players actually, go hard to hit those home runs and pitch. It's like their ego boost, they're going against their arch rival and all that, and they want to show them up, They're actually pitching well. Like, the Pittsburgh's who was a National League starter, who was named National League starting pitcher, he threw like 101 mile per hour. Like, again, they want to show it up, and like it was so good to watch. Like, I think MLB All-Star still has that, entertainment fact. And yesterday, has been like, I think like, I don't think it has they went to this new format of if it goes to extra inning, it's kind of like a soccer rule where they're gonna have a swing off. In soccer they go shoot out. And so, which is awesome. And I don't know when they went to this rule, but they went to this rule like a few years back because they don't want to play extra inning because obviously players don't want to play extra innings because they're like, dude, it's for fun. And all of the managers doesn't want to get other players injured because that's not their players. So it was tie game. I mean, let me roll it back. It was National League was up 6-0. American League came back, tied the game up in the 9th inning, and then they went to 10th inning. So obviously it's a shootout. So the players that are still currently available to play, the National League team picks 3 and the American League team picks 3. You get 3 swings, and whoever hits the most home runs from each side will win. And so they go head to head, So it'll be the first American League player with 3 swings, and then there'll be 3 national players with 3 swings. Then there'll be another American League player, another National League, like that. It's pretty cool. So it was a cool shootout. Like I was excited for it, which and National League ended up winning it, thanks to the slugger from Philly, which was awesome, And then also they also introduced, I don't know if you didn't see it, man, but you should go back and check it out. You know how they've been talking about like a robot for strike zone or robotic strike zone? They talked about this for a while. And I thought they're going to replace the umpire with a robot behind the plate. That's what I thought this whole time. Oh my God, why are they going to take that, that thing away from the game? That's something that goes back from 1800s, how they play. You can't take an umpire out of the catcher, So I guess if they kind of go with this format, that'd be awesome. So they're gonna have a electric strike zone. So I guess yesterday the way they used it is that they get 5 challenges, and it can only come from the pitcher. It cannot come from the manager. It can't come from anybody. It can only come from the pitcher, and the pitcher can ask the umpire, "I challenge that call," and right away they have a computer that shows if it was in the box or wasn't in the box.
Like the tennis thing, right? Where they had the replay.
Just like the tennis thing. It takes literally a second, which is amazing because, this can come to use in playoffs where, if it's like a full count, bases loaded, boom, you need that strikeout, or it's a ball. You can, it'd be cool, So I kind of like that. They introduced that. So I was really a fan of that, actually, So it was pretty cool, man. I was, and then also I can't forget, it was in Atlanta, Trust Field. They did a great celebration for Hank Aaron on the field. Like they showed a video on the field. They had all this graphics. It was great, man. It kind of showed, Hank Aaron, who's basically a legend in Atlanta. Before they broke his record, he held it for the longest time, or he still does. I don't know. I can't keep track of it, but it's insane, man, which is awesome. So it was good, man. I loved it. I love watching MLB All-Star. I don't know why, man. This is good. It's great entertainment. So
no, I mean, I think that's, like you said, it's probably the most competitive between that, and I think NHL also takes their game pretty competitively. But NBA is this bunch of friends playing pickup ball, and they don't really give a shit about defense or whatever. They don't really try hard. I think MLB is the one that where they do real pitches, not underhand BS or whatever.
Right.
And I'm excited for that replay thing. 'Cause I've always wondered why baseball never had that, because tennis has had it for years,
Yeah.
right? And it's such a good way to like eliminate any kind of question marks. And yeah, I
Exactly.
mean umpires, especially I think there was a one umpire who always seems to get it wrong.
Right.
I always see highlights of him. Like it'd be good for those kind of umpires too, like to make sure that they have a second check. But
I
yeah,
mean,
man, I definitely will catch the highlights for sure.
yeah, definitely watch it, man. And then also, I mean, NBA is finally listening to the fans, and they're next year that it might be competitive because they're doing World versus US, so it might get competitive. You know, you're
Oh
gonna have
yeah,
the World going up against US. That's gonna be amazing, dude.
and you know who's gonna be the most motivated out of that? The world.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
To prove that, hey, even though it's your game, where you're taking over, you know, like that. So,
Exactly.
I mean,
Yeah.
come on, you can have Jokic, Wemby, Luca. Come on,
Shea
man. Yeah, dude.
Alexander, SGA.
Guy. I
That would
mean,
be
dude,
crazy.
God,
And that starting five will be insane for the world. 4 to 5 best players in the league are all international right now. It's
can't
kinda
wait.
crazy.
Can't wait.
So yeah, that I think will hopefully solve a lot of the issues, because yeah, NBA is an unwatchable. The slam dunk contest sucks. I
Yeah.
think with the MLB home run derby is still a lot of fun to watch. The celebrity game, I know I actually watch celebrity games sometimes, and that's actually a lot of fun for MLB because they have a good time. It's funny as hell. But
Which is
see,
awesome.
check it out, dude.
Before we end it off, I do have a trivia for you. All right, let's see if you can get this. There has been 5 players with 3 Finals MVP in the NBA. Can you name me the 5 players?
Oh, LeBron.
Okay, number 1, yeah. I mean, any order. Doesn't they
3.
all have MVPs? But yeah, 1. Okay.
LeBron, Michael,
Okay.
Magic Johnson,
Yep. 3.
Larry Bird.
No.
He had 2, right? He had 2. Okay, Magic Johnson, Tim Duncan,
Yep. 4.
and Kareem. No, not Kareem. Well, Bill Russell. Was it around back then? No,
It's around our time.
our time. It can't be Kobe. Kobe only had 2.
Mm-hmm. I'll give you a
Right?
hint. I'll give you a hint. All right. Can you dig it?
Shaq. Oh yeah. I knew. That's why. Yeah, Shaq won the 3 with a 3P, and then Kobe won the 2 with his own. Oh yeah. That's a good list. It's a really good list.
Crazy, man. That's insane, dude. That's crazy. I was just like, God dang, dude. But yeah, bro. It was a great
All
show
right, well,
today, man. Great show today.
hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Very efficient show. Guess not much happening next week, right? Is more off season stuff.
Yeah, nothing next week because MLB's gonna kick it off again. It's like, next week. No, wait, it's July, end of July. So next week, I don't know when is MLB deadline. That's gonna be huge.
Okay.
So that's end of July. I don't know if it end like last day of July or when. It's end of July.
Mhm.
But baseball's gonna get back in the gear. And then in 2 weeks, football training camps opens up.
Yeah.
I'm trying to go to the Rams training camp, so let's see how that goes.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna try to get
Sick.
there. And so
That'd be
that'll be
sick.
cool. Yeah. And
Yeah,
so
we'll probably get into some more NFL previews next week before
we have
training
some
camp
signings
starts.
that we'll talk about next week. I just kind of kept
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I saw John, what's his name, Gardner signed and like all that stuff. So I want to get into that. We can
Yeah, the
talk about
Pittsburgh
the signings.
trade too. Yeah, a lot of them.
It'll be good.
All right. Well, until then, Brown Balls, we out.